The $600 secret. What if I told you there's a European country where you can live like royalty on just $600 a month? I'm talking about rent, food, transportation, and even going out. Sounds impossible, right? Well, this isn't clickbait. This is Albania. While your friends are dropping $25 on avocado toast in Brooklyn or $15 for parking in downtown Chicago, people in Albania are living their best lives at a fraction of the cost. And I'm not talking about surviving, I'm talking about thriving. Let's put this in perspective. That $600 monthly budget in Albania would barely cover 2 nights in a basic hotel in Manhattan. Or think about it this way, what you spend on a weekend getaway to Miami could fund an entire month of comfortable living along the stunning Albanian Riviera. Albania has over 185 miles of pristine Mediterranean coastline and enjoys sunshine for nearly 300 days each year. We're talking crystal clear, turquoise waters that rival the Caribbean, but at about a fifth of the, say, price. A typical meal at a local restaurant will set you back $3 to $5. Yes, you heard that right. An actual sit-down meal with fresh ingredients for less than the price of a fancy coffee in Seattle. And speaking of coffee, a quality espresso costs between 80 cents and $1.20. That's not a typo. Need to get around? Public transportation to Tirana, the capital city, costs roughly $10 for an entire month of unlimited ride. To put that in American terms, it's less than what most people spend on a whole single Uber ride across town. Rent? Expect to pay between $200 and $300 for a room in a shared apartment in the city center. For comparison, that's less than what many Americans pay just for utilities. Here's where things get really interesting. You know how we're taught to be skeptical of strangers? Well, in Albania, you might need to rewire your brain. It's completely normal for Albanian locals to invite tourists they've just met into their homes for dinner. And I'm not talking about staged tourist experiences. These are genuine invitations from people who simply want to welcome you to their country. True story. A traveler I know got lost in a small village, and before he could even ask for directions, a local family insisted he join them for lunch, refused payment, and then drove him to his destination. This isn't an isolated incident. It happens all the time. The American mindset would tell us there's a catch. There isn't. It's just how things work in Albania. If you're thinking, sure, it's cheap, but is it safe? I hear you. We're programmed to think lower costs mean higher crime rate. But here's the kicker. Albania is consistently ranked as one of the safest countries in Europe. Women travelers frequently report feeling safer walking around Albanian cities at night than they do in many major US cities. Crime rates, especially violent crime against tourists, are remarkably low. Hey, while we're digging into these Albanian secrets, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm always searching for these hidden gems that let you experience incredible places without breaking the bank. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The women of Albania deserve their own chapter. They're known for being stunningly beautiful, fiercely independent, multilingual, and incredibly confident. Unlike the Instagram-filtered reality we're used to, there's an authenticity here that's refreshing. Culturally, Albania offers one of the most fascinating religious environments you'll ever encounter. It's one of the few places in the world where Muslims, Orthodox Christians, and Catholics live side by side in complete harmony. Churches and mosques often stand within blocks of each, and interfaith marriages are common and celebrated. The capital, Tirana, is this amazingly chaotic blend of Ottoman architecture, Italian influence, and modern development. Imagine the energy of New York City, but with Mediterranean colors and Balkan soul. Now let me tell you something wild that you probably didn't know. Albania has over 170,000 concrete bunkers scattered throughout the country. Yes, you heard that right, 170,000. These bunkers were built during the communist dictatorship of Enver Hoxha, who ruled Albania with iron-fisted paranoia from 1944 to 1985. He was convinced that everyone, the Americans, the Soviet, the neighboring country, was planning to invade. Today, these bunkers are like bizarre time capsules. Some have been converted into cafes or tiny museums. Others just sit there, concrete mushrooms popping out of otherwise idyllic landscape. You could be on a gorgeous beach, and right next to your towel is a concrete dome. a surreal reminder of the country's isolated past. It's like finding Cold War relics in the middle of paradise. Where else in the world can you sip a 90-cent espresso inside a former nuclear bunker? Even with tourism growing at over 30% per year, most visitors miss Albania's most magical spots. Places like Theth National Park, with mountains that rival the Swiss Alps, or Gjirokastër and Berat, UNESCO World Heritage cities with stone architecture that makes you feel like you've traveled back several centuries. The ancient city of Butrint is basically Pompeii without the crowd. You can wander through 2,500-year-old ruins and often have the place practically to yourself. Try doing that at the Roman Forum or the Acropolis. For context, the entrance fee to Butrint is about $7. That's less than the price of a movie ticket in most American cities, and you're getting an entire day at a world-class archaeological site. Let's talk food, because this is another area where the value proposition is just mind-blowing. Albanian cuisine is this delicious mix of Mediterranean and Balkan influence. We're talking fresh seafood, perfectly grilled meats, and farm-to-table produce that isn't marketed as organic, because that's just how food is there. A dish you have to try is bajrek, a flaky pastry filled with cheese, spinach, or meat that costs about $1 and is honestly better than pastries I've paid $8 for in hipster bakeries back home. Farm to table isn't a movement in Albania, it's just how things have always been done. The tomatoes actually taste like tomato. The olive oil is produced within miles of where you're eating it. The seafood was swimming that morning. And here's the thing. A meal that would easily cost $50 to $60 in any major American city will set you back maybe $15 at the fanciest restaurant in Tirana. Most meals are much less than that. If you work remotely, pay attention, because this might be the most valuable information in this entire video. Albania offers visa-free stays for Americans for up to 1 year. Let that sink in. With high-speed internet widely available and a cost of living at about 30–40% of what you'd pay in the US, the math becomes pretty obvious. Your $4,000 monthly budget in Austin or Denver translates to a luxury lifestyle in Albania. Co-working spaces are popping up in major cities, and cafes with great Wi-Fi are everywhere. The time zone, 6 hours ahead of EST, even works well for remote workers who need to coordinate with American offices. You might be wondering, if Albania is this amazing, why isn't everyone talking about it? Fair question. Part of it is historical isolation. Until 1991, Albania was under one of the most repressive communist regimes in the world, more closed off than even North Korea is today. The country has only been open to the outside world for about 30 years. Another factor is infrastructure. While improving rapidly, it's not yet at Western European standards everywhere. This is actually a good thing for visitors. It keeps mass tourism at bay, while the country maintains its authenticity. And honestly, most Americans just don't know much about the Balkans in general. We tend to focus our European dreams on Paris, Rome, and Barcelona, missing these incredible opportunities just a short flight away. So here's my challenge to you. If someone handed you a free ticket to Albania tomorrow, would you go? Before this video, your answer might have been, I don't know enough about it. But now, you know about the ridiculous affordability, the stunning coastline, the mountain villages, the ancient ruins, the incredible food, and the warmth of the people. Albania represents everything that's great about travel: authenticity, discovery, value, and genuine human connection. It's Europe before Instagram ruined it. It's what we're all actually looking for when we dream of escape. If this journey through Albania has opened your eyes to new possibilities, hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs to expand their travel horizon. Drop a comment letting me know which aspect of Albania surprised you the most. Was it the cost, the bunkers, or maybe the incredible hospitality? Until next time, remember, sometimes the places everyone is talking about aren't the places most worth visiting. And Albania, it's definitely worth visiting.